Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. This is Jackass Retro. My name is Matt, and we also have here our buddy Buster Wiley and his sister Wendy Lou off in the corner there. They decided to make an appearance for this one. Uh, we'll see if they let us get all the way through the video. We do this every week. It's what sold of postcards only in my eBay and HipPostcard stores. And the reason why I'm doing these videos is when I was first getting into buying and selling postcards, I found videos just like this put out by the Auction Professor and Popeye's Postcards and a couple of others out there to be really informational and very helpful in learning not just about postcards, but how they're valued, what to look out for, what kind of content does well, keywords, all that kind of stuff. It was just very educational for me. And I don't consider myself an expert by any means. I'm learning more every day in this category. But hopefully, in sharing what I've learned, you might learn something yourself. So this week was pretty good. We sold 77 cards on eBay for a total of $563. We're down a little bit over the past couple of weeks, primarily because I haven't been listing quite as heavily in the postcards category as I normally do. Really, the only thing that I can think of. I should note as well that I'm starting to experiment with charging for shipping versus doing free shipping. So I've lowered some of my prices down to like my bottom end being $1.95 with $1 shipping versus having $2.95 free shipping. And not sure if that's going to really do anything in terms of sales, but I'm giving it a try, and we'll see over the coming weeks how that sort of pans out. Want to mention there are 3 shows coming up here on the weekend of September 11th and 12th. Collinsville, Illinois, Arcadia, California, and Akron, Ohio. There's a link down below to where those shows and where you can see a full schedule of upcoming postcard shows in 2021. If you have the opportunity to go to one of those, they're a great place for you to learn. They're a great place for you to source. Definitely worth checking them out if there's something you can get to. So let's go ahead and without further ado, go ahead and get started. So here's the schedule of the postcard shows. Again, that link will be down below. But we've got Collinsville, Arcadia, and Akron coming up on the weekend of the 11th and 12th. A couple of weekends after that is Austin, Texas, and Greenwood, Indiana. So if you're in those necks of the woods, definitely try to make it by. We're kind of winding down the end of yard sale season for a lot of people, and I know that a lot of people have want to go. Oh, my mistake. The Austin show looks like it's been canceled. So let's go ahead and jump into what sold. Now, before we do that, I just want to mention real quick, if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing. There's other ways you can support the channel down below. You can buy me a coffee. There are links to the products that I use that are affiliate links that I do get a little bit of a benefit from. So there are a few ways to support. We are getting very close to the 1,000 subscriber mark on YouTube. I have also noticed a lot of you are leaving fantastic comments, and I want to thank you so much for that. Please continue doing that. I've been trying to respond to everybody, but for some reason, a lot of the comments that are coming through are showing up in my notifications, but I'm not able to access them either on the channel or in the back-end YouTube studio page. I'm trying to figure out why that is, but believe me, I am seeing those comments. Please continue leaving them, and thank you very much for all of them. So let's get into it. First up, we've got, this is a divided back. So 1910s, we'll see it right here. Not posted, but definitely written on. The message here, I am as disappointed because I expected to leave, had it long before now. looks like some sort of extended message on a postcard that was never sent. Just venting. This is Blue Lakes in Lake County, California. I've been to Lake County, California several times. It's beautiful southeastern Oregon. I've not actually seen the Blue Lakes, though. They look nice. This one sold for $7.95 with free shipping. Here we've got, I feel like this was on last week's one, but I think I had it on there because it had sold but not paid for, and now that it's paid for, it's showing up again. In any case, this is Fort Collins, Colorado, the Municipal Light Plant and Beautiful Rock Gardens. It's a linen postcard. This one sold for $4.95 with free shipping. And if you look closely, you can see the sort of texturing and cross-hatching here. That is a linen postcard. Unposted. Nice card. Real photo postcard of the U.S. Post Office in Mineral Wells, Texas. Mineral Wells is definitely a location in Texas you want to keep an eye out for. Any real photo postcard you're probably going to be able to get good money for. Obviously, this is 1940s. I've sold quite a few of these post office real photos and courthouse real photos that I picked up from a collection last summer. This one here, man, those cars, just so cool. The contrast on some of these are just fantastic. Just as a photo, they're objectively cool to look at. You got the like very governmenty building with a flag on top. Just looks neat. Unposted. Here's one way you can identify a photo postcard is when they write it on the back for you. This one here took an offer, or actually sold on a offer sent to watchers for $28.86 plus first class shipping. Here we have a Charleston, South Carolina, the old slave market. This is a linen postcard, unposted. This one came from a collection, had a lot of South Carolina postcards in the collection. Purchased at estate auction online and paid to ship to me. Basically way in the profit on anything that sells out of that at this point. This one went for $6.95 with free shipping. Here we have a nice advertising chrome postcard. So modern era, it's a Kodachrome. You can see right here, Kodachrome photo by Photo Hawaii. So that's kind of one way you can think about when people hear chrome postcards, think about Kodachrome, right? Like it's just the chromatic process used to produce the cards. That's kind of the pneumatic device that I used and helped me remember when I was getting started. Just think of chrome, think of Kodachrome. Think of color, that sort of like washed out colored photos of the 1950s, 1960s. I really like just the look of the older chromes, and this one is definitely in that category. This one sold for $5.65 free shipping. Here we have a advertising postcard, Anderson's Restaurant in Buellton. I want to say Buellton, but kind of cute little comic, very poppy colors. It is a chrome era postcard. Carefully selected peas for Anderson's famed pea soup are split personally by chefs Happy and Weepy. Ah, man. Easily amused. Yeah, I bet the place smells like pea soup. Anyways, not a rare postcard. There were lots out there. They were all priced up. Not a lot of solds. I kind of went on my bottom end price, $2.95 free shipping, and it sold relatively quickly. Here we have Colgate Lake in Hamilton, New York. This is the Colgate College campus. Nice 1910s postcard, sort of man-made pond with a little waterfall coming off here. Posted. Nice postcard. Again, not super rare, but I priced under my competition. It sold at $5.36, free shipping. Here we have a Washington Park in Macon, Georgia. Pretty obvious linen postcard if you know what you're looking at. Posted in 1945. Hello, and be seeing you. Love, Mac. Isn't that nice? This one sold for $2.95, free shipping. Here's definitely more modern, like 80s chrome. This is the Outer Banks, North Carolina, just a sort of standard greetings from style postcard. Got some people hanging out on the beach, got some birds in silhouette. It's even been posted, 1998. So nothing too old about this one, but still, you know, for somebody who collects the Outer Banks of North Carolina, might want this postcard. When I put this up there, I didn't see another one like it. So put it up at $3.95 free ship, and it sold. This one's kind of an interesting one. It's the Caliber cut in Panama. This came out of the Michon auction lot that I bought earlier this year. So paid for the lot, paid for it to ship here, probably less than $300 all in. Definitely cool postcard. It is part of a number of Women's World magazine postcards that were put out at the time. There are quite a few Women's World ones. I couldn't really find this exact one, so I went a little bit higher than the average of the Women's World, because typically the other images of the Caliber cut in Panama tended to go a little bit higher. So I was kind of sort of going towards the Caliber cut versus the Women's World angle, and I asked $14.95 plus first class shipping, and that's exactly what I got. Here we have Haystack Rock, Devil's Gate Ocean Park, Oregon. Really, this is a place that's now known much more commonly as Cannon Beach, Oregon, right around this curve here. I spent many a vacation as a child at that beach. That's how I know. Very uncommon for these old Haystack Rock and Cannon Beach postcards to come up. This particular image was not available, and it sold along with a second postcard here, which is the Arch Rock on Oregon coast, which is not too far from Haystack Rock. They look similar, but they're in fact different rocks. And the two of these sold together for $21.90 free shipping. This one here is the Y Hills, Maryland. It's the old Y Church. It looks itty bitty teeny tiny, unposted. This one didn't take too long to sell. It's not a super rare card by any means. $4.95 with free shipping. Here's a, you might not think much of a card like this. Honestly, a lot of times I don't much either. Whenever I come across an old Christmas postcard that's completely blank on the back and unused, I usually go at least $14.95 with plus shipping or free shipping. At $1, it doesn't matter really either way. But definitely I go higher than cards that have been written on or are posted, specifically in Christmas. Now, my thought on this is that vintage postcards are for holidays are something somebody might want to actually use, right? It's both a gift and the postcard, right? Like somebody might collect postcards. If you're giving a Christmas gift to somebody who collects postcards, they might want a Christmas postcards. If you don't know a lot about postcards, you're probably looking for a postcard that is unused to give as a gift. this is me speculating. I might be wrong. What do you think? Leave it in the comments. I'd love to know what your thought is about unused vintage Christmas postcards. Pink of Perfection, you'll see often on a lot of holiday postcards. They made other postcards as well, but this Pink of Perfection up here, a lot of times publishers don't matter when it comes to postcards, but the Pink of Perfection, I think, sometimes does. Again, if you think otherwise, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your opinion. That one sold for $14.95 plus $1 shipping, by the way. Here we have the Masonic Temple in Nashua, New Hampshire. Generally speaking, anything Masons related, postcards or otherwise, if it comes into my possession, I'm going to list it for sale. 1905, so this is pretty early. Undivided back. This one here sold. It's not a rare postcard either. There you could search for this and probably find some available right now. This one sold for $3.95 free shipping. Here we have the Heart of El Paso, Texas. Nice linen card. The Hotel McCoy in the foreground and the Hilton over here in the background. Nice unposted linen postcard of El Paso. Not super rare or valuable. This one sold for $2.95 free shipping. Here we have tuna fishing in Yarmouth, Nova Scotia. Now, the location here really doesn't matter. And in fact, could very well be not in Nova Scotia at all. Really, these photos of people's fishing catches where lots of fish are hung up or laid out on a plank, or just people who are showing off their fishing catches in general do well. I listed this one up at $20. I had a few offers that I countered. Somebody offered 14. I countered at 17. Somebody else came in and offered me 14. I countered at the exact same price at 17. The second buyer bought them. This was only up for a couple of days. I had it up at 20 plus $1 shipping. And they ended up taking me up at 17. I may have been able to start a little bit higher on this, but I think I'm pretty right on as far as what I could get out of this. But worth pointing out, not so much the location here, but the image itself is what I believe sold the card, because it didn't go internationally. This went to the East Coast, I believe Boston. Here we have nice Lake Tahoe. I'll mention here. So the next 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards all went to the same buyer. I don't have the exact price they sold for, but they sold most of them $2.95, $3.95, and they got a discount for buying multiples. So on the next 8 cards, I'll go through them relatively quickly. The grand total was $29.14 plus a few bucks in shipping. So 8 cards for roughly about $30. So this is Barney's Lake Tahoe, nice night shot, unposted. We've got Walnut Street Business Section in Muncie, Indiana, nice linen postcard. Street views, unposted. Person's got good taste, I got to admit. This is in Maine. It's the Andover Earth Station. This one is posted. 1970s, got the big old ball here. This spot on the postcard. It's not perfect, but still a really cool looking postcard with the big satellite dish and all that. And then we've got Duff's Rebel Restaurant in Winchester, Virginia. More modern chrome postcard. Unposted. Somebody sold it at one point for $2. Not a super rare card, but still very cool nonetheless. We've got the Showboat casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. 1957. It's a casino. Looks like a showboat, but it's a building. Looks cool. I don't think this place is there anymore. I'm almost positive it's not there, but it's still cool. Hotel Showboat. We have the Monastery and Sanctuary of Our Sorrowful Mother in Portland, Oregon. Another nice linen postcard posted this time. Second one of the same location, but a slightly different view in the grotto. Posted as well. And Indian Maidens at Lake Tahoe, California. 1917, divided back. If you've been selling postcards for a while, you probably know. You see this printing. You can tell just by the font that it's an Ed Mitchell card, without even being able to read the publisher. And then it's got an interesting postmark. I don't think it really had anything to do with the sale of this one, but it's the change of address postmark for number 7. Postmark guy may have eaten that up if I put that in the title, but I honestly don't know a ton about postmarks. So yeah, this and the previous 7 cards went out for a total of $29.14. This one's damaged. I probably could have got a little bit more for it, but it's pretty crummy shape. Nice chrome postcard of Walt Disney World in Florida, the Magic Kingdom. Not super old, obviously. This was 1970s. Very cool. $2.80. Free shipping. Here we have the Chicago Yacht Clubhouse in Grant Park, Chicago. 1911. This is a VAO Hammond publishing postcard. Not that publishers always matter, but there's ones that come up quite frequently. The Hammond ones are pretty nice printing quality. So this one sold for $4.46 on an offer sent out to watchers with free shipping. Here's a nice postcard from the Lewis and Clark Exposition, 1905, Portland, Oregon. It is unposted, undivided back. Really cool looking postcard, not super rare. There was it's a huge exposition. There was tons of these that were out there, so there's a lot of them out in the world. This one sold for $6.25 plus $1 shipping. Here we have the Whidbey Loops in the Lower Columbia River, on the highway to Astoria in Seaside, Oregon. This may look familiar. We sold this exact same card a couple of weeks ago. Pretty much same story. May have even been the same buyer. This went out for $2.66 free shipping. Here we have a unused 1910s divided back, nice embossed sort of friendship greetings postcard, like with this nice sort of embossed lace on here. Very pretty postcard. This one sold for $2.95 free shipping. I had a couple of these, and this was the first to sell. All right, these next 3 cards went out to the same buyer, and Christmas cats is the theme. So if you've got Christmas postcards with cats, I usually price them up a little bit. I think they can go a little bit more than usual. I took offers on all 3 of these. The grand total was $42.85 plus shipping. And I took all 3 offers. They paid, and then they came back and they bought another one, which we'll see right after this. So The next 3 cards all went out for a total of $42.85 plus shipping. We have a nice little white kitty, holiday greetings, posted, divided back, 1910s, embossed. Here you have a little black cat. Anytime you have a black cat in a postcard, make sure you put that in the subject line. So we have best wishes for Christmas, another nice embossed little white cat. Here is the zoom in, playing with maybe a snowball, maybe just a ball of yarn. Nice holly, again embossed. And then we have another Valentine's card with a bunch of cute little kitties. Nice gilt sort of embossed face with some lilies? Not lilies. Lilies, I think. I don't remember. What do I look like? A botanist? 1908. Very nice. So again, about 42 something for those 3. And then they came back and bought this little adorable kitty with the big red bow under the mistletoe. Best Christmas wishes. Here we have Pink of Perfection once again. Took an offer on this one for $17.95 plus shipping. This here is the San Antonio, Texas International Airport with a plane taking off in flight. Bunch of cool cars here out in the parking lot. Got the control tower, a couple of palm trees. This one sold for $3.95, free shipping. It is posted in 1967. Here we have a classic large letter greetings from Coral Gables, Florida. A little bit less common than some of the other ones. Unposted. This one I did not sell for $3.95 free shipping. I sold it for $4.95 free shipping. Here is Bungalow in Labasa, Fiji. Now, Fiji postcards are fairly uncommon. They don't come up all the time. A very similar card to this sold for about the same amount that I sold it for. This came from a recent buy from another reseller at Just in Time Flipping. He, myself, and another reseller, Thrifty Lobster, do a live show every Friday night at 7 o'clock Pacific. And I bought the whole lot for $180. This was in there. I saw Fiji. I knew to look it up. This one sold for, I took an offer for $40 plus international shipping. And it's interesting, this one, printed in Australia. It is unposted. It showed up in a collection in Massachusetts, came to me here in Bremerton, Washington, 100 years after its creation, and sold to a customer in Australia, where it is now returning to. So it has gone full circle thanks to the magic of eBay. Literally circled the globe. Kind of neat. Got another international card here. This is Christchurch, Dorset, the Blackwater Ferry. This is a night series, unposted, nice postcard. It's a little bit brighter than what we're seeing here. That's probably closer to what it is in the zoom in, but there's the actual scan, how it comes through. This one sold for $11. 11 British pounds plus international shipping. I think that works out to like $15 ish US, somewhere in there, maybe 13. This is a very cool postcard of this is a mobile in the Cincinnati Terrace Plaza Hotel by Alexander Calder. Calder is a very prolific artist. did a lot of different kinds of art, graphic design being one of the big ones, but also quite a number of very large mobile pieces of art. He had actually a big exhibit come through Seattle at the University of Washington a few years back, and I got to see some of these pieces. This one I have multiples of. Did take a little while to sell, a couple of months. It sold for $6.95, free shipping, and very like super cool looking, like pop 60s 70s art on this one. So yeah, I like this a lot. Hotel Simpson in Denison, Texas. This is a white border era. No, if you look closely, you can see there's no real texture. It's a slicker card. Not the best condition, as we can see here. Regardless, it's still sold. Not huge money, but sold for $3.56, free shipping. Here's another card, came out of the lot I got from Just in Time. He sent over in the lot I don't know, like 300 postcards of a church in Manomet Point as a little bit of a joke, which is very funny. But in those 300 images of the church were two of these. This is a beach scene at Manomet with these pretty ladies here doing their best impression of the opening of the TV show Baywatch. Yeah, unposted. Put them up for $14.95 a piece. This one sold pretty much overnight. Took an offer, $10 plus ship. Here we have the First National Bank building in Shreveport, Louisiana. This one, we are all familiar with Miss Daisy Graves in Cupertino, California at this point. So this came from the large album I purchased last summer. Nice sort of corner view of the building. This here sold for $6.95, free shipping. More modern chrome postcard. This is Glacier National Park. The Going to the Sun waterfall on the Going to the Sun highway. There we go. Unposted. This came from another reseller as well, Cameron over at Gravity Goods. If you can, go on over and check out the Gravity Goods channel. Sells all kinds of cool stuff. Very entertaining content. Definitely worth checking out. This is another chrome postcard, Wheeler, Alabama, the General Joseph Wheeler home. Another chrome postcard. We have the General Wheeler's home. There we go. In Wheeler, Alabama, residence of the Confederate General. There we go. $5.95 with free shipping. And the card is actually sort of this green. So that's, sort of vintage photo process where sometimes you get a little bit more color of one color than another. Another nice embossed Christmas card. Again, going out to in 1907, nice embossed card. We've got nice gilt highlights here, the gilt script up here. Hard to sort of capture this kind of detail in scans really well, but it came through. I sent out an offer to watchers. This one sold for $13.45 plus $1 shipping. This one sold very, very quickly. It's not a rare card either, but beach scenes and picnic grounds, Balboa, California. We've got a Balboa postmark here. Sold for $3.95 plus $1 shipping. So right about here was when I started listing postcards where I'm charging shipping. So Moving forward from this point, we're going to see probably a mix of free shipping and charged shipping. And I'll try to always notate if it's free and charged, but this one went for $3.95 plus $1 shipping. Here we have a Standard Oil Refinery in Richmond, California. Nice sort of bird's eye view posted card from the 1940s. It's not linen. I would say this would technically be a chrome postcard. It's not real photo, but it's in the linen. It's like a chrome postcard in the linen era, I guess. In any case, $13.50 plus $1 shipping. This one sold very quickly. It wasn't the only one out there, but this and one other sold, this and this one, to the same customer. So both, obviously, we have the shipbuilding at Los Angeles Harbor in San Pedro, California, and the Los Angeles Investment Company building in Los Angeles, California. The total on these two were $6.90 plus shipping. Yeah, very nice card. Both of them. Swift and Company Union Stock Yards. This is Chicago, Illinois. Very cool card, but not rare at all. There are quite a few of these out there. I priced mine at a price I expected I could get out of it. This same image is used long before even the 1940s when this one was posted. This image, I've exact same angle, exact same everything. I've seen show up as far back as the divided back cards. So this one, a little bit newer, sold for $3.95 with free shipping. Sold a number of these over the last few months. These are the National Baseball Hall of Fame Museum in Cooperstown, New York. It's the 2002 series. So not even vintage, right? Technically speaking. Next year it'll be vintage, but right now, not vintage. We got Roy Campanella here. These have all been selling same price, $3.95 free shipping. We have the Hidalgo County Courthouse in Edinburgh, Texas. This is a linen postcard, clearly. Really good example. If you've been paying attention to these videos, you're gonna see anytime it's linen. The look of the card, it's pretty obvious when it's a linen most of the time. Not always, most of the time. But this one, clearly linen. You can see the texture. Unposted, nice postcard. Not huge money, $3.56. Free shipping, but it does all add up. Here we have Busch Gardens. The Sunken Gardens looks much different today, I believe. There's probably a roller coaster twirling around right here somewhere. I did a little zoom in of the fairy circle or whatever they call it here. Very cool. This is $3.95 with free shipping. Reader. Yeah. Unposted, but still not the great condition. We can see some bumps and edges here. So could have maybe gotten more if it was a little bit crisper, but this one's $3.95 free ship. The next two cards went to the same customer. Total price was $15.90 plus shipping. You will see why. We have the Gaseous Diffusion Plant in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Anything Oak Ridge, Tennessee, you're going to have the tie to atomic energy research in the World War II era. So, and then we have Oak Ridge, Tennessee, the city of the atomic bomb. So pretty much anything related to, the, Manhattan Project, the A-bomb, all that stuff kind of sells. So these are two very cool postcards, from around the same era of the same location. But we've got one linen, 75 cents at one time for that one, and one chrome. So yeah, very happy with both of those. $15.90 plus shipping. Now this was really cool. All right, seems like a pretty mundane postcard. And what was cool about this one is it's not big money. It sold for $5.46, I believe, to a customer in New York. What was really cool about this one is the message that I got from the customer after the sale. And I'm going to try to find it real quick here and not keep you all waiting, but this is kind of one of the things that I really enjoy about selling postcards and really more in general about selling on eBay, because this kind of thing does happen from time to time. And so I asked the customer, told him I had a YouTube channel. I asked him for permission to share this, but and he said that'd be great. That's just fine. But it happens every now and then that you'll get a message like this, and I'm sharing it because it's one of the rewards for me of selling, unique old vintage items. I just left you very nice feedback. Thank you. My motto is once an Eagle Scout, always an Eagle. The simple do unto others. I'm not a postcard collector, but my great-grandfather's first Syracuse store is on the left of this postcard. Not easy to see, but after looking at others I have, it is there. I am the family historian at 72, now the oldest in our clan. The store on the card was Bacon Chapel. Then it became Chapel Dyer in 1913. The C.E. Chapel and Sons in 1918, when my grandfather and then his brother joined the store. We made it over 100 years, but just shy of 100 at the downtown Syracuse location. The building was renovated back to the look on this card. The box stores, box stores and foreign junk clothing stores took us out. 4 generations ran the place, and I worked there for a bit, but stayed with my tree service business, restored homes in Syracuse. I am now the volunteer collections display tour guide at a World War II warplane museum in Geneseo, New York, and love it, especially flying in old planes. I have 40 minutes and so on. But, this person looked at this card and had a personal connection to really something that can barely be seen on the card. And I believe it's this little building here. Their family business made it 100 years, and then were taken out by big box stores. So, here we have a piece of history, and a personal connection for somebody, which, from time to time, I've had this happen many times on postcards. I always try to share it when I can. It's definitely one of the rewards, and more than the $5 that this sold for. Moving on here, we have a nice chrome postcard. This is here in Washington State, Monte Cristo, Washington. It's a defunct mining town. This is Dumas Avenue East. It's an unposted. This is chrome era. So this is a newer card made to look with an older image. It's a ghost town now. I have sold a few postcards from this. It's kind of a tourist attraction. It's not like the ghost town that's been like built up with modern businesses, though. It's still kind of like this. So a little bit out of the way, a little bit harder to get to. It's, I think, a hike to get to it. So I think very cool. This card sold. I took an offer for $16 plus shipping. Here we've got a nice and unusual holiday postcard. So obviously a Christmas postcard, season's greetings, but it's also sort of a greetings postcard from Omaha, Nebraska, with a site in Syndicate Park. I've actually not really run across location-specific postcards before. I know that they're out there. I had a little bit of a difficulty in pricing this one. I kind of did a little bit of research, looked for some other location-specific Christmas cards. This one I put up at $14.95 plus $1 shipping, without a make offer option on it, just to kind of see what would happen. I could have probably gotten more out of it. I'm not 100% sure. I'm happy with it. This one actually came from the lot I picked up from Just in Time Shipping, and perfectly happy. $15 plus $1 shipping. Very cool real photo postcard. Some female motorists in a Ford Model T. Pretty sure that's a Ford Model T. I did a lot of photo comparison. Took an offer on this one, $17.95 plus $1 shipping. Took a couple of bucks off the asking price at $19.95. The history of motor cars in America, and the suffrage movement, and even up to the women's liberation movement. The introduction of automobile and automobiles technology is very intertwined with the history, especially during the 20th century, of women in America. And the introduction of the automobile was the very first time women really could leave the house and travel around independently. That's something that didn't happen up until that point. So not only is this a cool picture of an old car, but also emblematic of a very distinct moment in American history, and in women's history in America as well. So I think very cool postcard. Interesting detail on this is that the back tires are changed. Totally nothing to do with anything that I just said, but I think it's also interesting that the back tire is chained. Here we have the refectory in Humboldt Park, Chicago, Illinois. I have been here. There's a restaurant right there that I've eaten at. Very cool. 1910s, obviously written all over it. So here's the answer to your question. Does it matter if there's writing on the back of a postcard? Well, clearly not. In fact, on this one, I believe that is Norwegian they are writing in. So, or perhaps Dutch, not sure. Nice 1910s postcard. This one sold for $2.95 with free shipping. This one also came from the just-in-time lot, Old Time Homes in Nantucket, Massachusetts. There were others out there like this one. They were much higher priced. None had sold. So I put mine out at $4.95 plus $1 shipping, and it sold overnight. Here we have the Municipal Building and City Hall in New York City. Nice 1929 white border postcard. This is not linen. Looks like it could be linen, but we don't have that same texture. It's very slick. You see much more sort of stark colors and contrast because it's being printed on a card and not on linen. So this one here sold for $3.95 free shipping. We got a real photo postcard. This is the Redwood Highway Viaduct going into, Redwood Highway in California. Unposted. This came from the private collection I bought down in Tacoma. There was a number of Redwood Highway and Oregon Coast Highway postcards, real photos. Look at how sort of precarious this like wind around is. People really were sort of taking their life into their own hands. Would you drive a car on this? It's like a wood plank built onto a hill that looks like it could just go out at any moment. I would bet this had to have died in a landslide. Sold for $12.71. Free shipping. Oh, plus shipping. My mistake. Fresno County Courthouse in Fresno, California. Divided back postcard, posted in 1910. You can tell by that font. This is an Ed Mitchell. Not super duper valuable, but it did sell for $4.95. Free shipping. Listed a lot of Christmas postcards this week. I noticed some of them were selling. Somebody in one of my live chats had mentioned they were listing. It picked up some art postcards and just kind of served as a reminder for myself. I should probably get my Christmas postcards listed. So I started listing some. This one sold for $5.95, free shipping. Nice embossed, very Art Deco. These colors really pop out. It's a nice postcard. We have Butte, Montana, the Superior Mining Company zinc mill. This is a white border postcard. Looks like it could be Linden, but it's not. Unposted, never used, $5.95. Free shipping. Rancho Bakersfield Motel in Bakersfield, California. Made a mistake here. Forgot to add the shipping on. So this one sold for a steal. $1.95. Free shipping. I'm not going to lose money, but it's, I could have I could have sold this with the $1 of shipping. That was my mistake. Next up is Oakland, California, The Heights. This was part of a series of postcards. There was not a big series. I think there was 3 in the series. There was some sales history for it. I listed pretty much in line, maybe a little bit higher with what others had sold for. This is a shrine to Juanita Miller, who is the daughter of a famous writer and a famous artist and writer herself. Unposted. This is like 1910s era, Oakland, California. If you want to, interesting read, just Google shrine to Juanita Miller by Juanita Miller, and it's kind of a cool story. $19.95 plus $1 shipping. Took a couple of days to sell. Here we have a chrome postcard, the origin of Spanish moss. It's an unused, unposted chrome postcard. There was one other out there. I just went $1 less than them, and it sold right away. $5.95 plus $1 shipping. Here we have Mont Saint Michel in I'm going to say this wrong. Vultures. It looks like vultures, but it's not that. France. Got a nice train coming out. This is a very big, cool looking island with a train coming in and out of it. This one took a little bit to sell, but it did sell. $3.95 plus $1 shipping. Here we have St. Anthony's Falls Bridge in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Unposted, very cool looking postcard. I like bridge postcards, especially with cars on viaduct and bridges. It's neat. White border, not a linen, $5.95 plus $1 shipping. So this is took a lot of my free shipping postcards, not all of them, mind you, but a lot of them. Adjusted the price down $1 and added $1 flat shipping. So we're gonna see. You're gonna hear me again more and more say plus $1 shipping. Here we have Wagon Train and Rock Souvenir Shop in Custer, South Dakota. Sort of like, Circle the Wagons roadside attraction. Plastic chrome postcard. Just kind of cool. There wasn't a lot out there. There was some sold history. This one sold on an offer sent to watchers for $5.36 plus $1 shipping. Here we have the USS Recruit, U.S. Naval Training Center in San Diego, California. This one also came from just-in-time shipping. Nice chrome postcard. It is chrome with the dollar white border. Again, made a mistake on these. I've since corrected. It sold for $1.95. Free shipping. Should have been $1 shipping. Here we have a nice advertising postcard of the National Airlines DC-7. Sold for, again, made the mistake, $1.95. Should have added $1 shipping, but I didn't. It's got tape. It's not the greatest condition, so I'm actually kind of okay with this. Look familiar? Well, yeah, the second one sold. This one sold, same price as the other one, only slightly different. $1.95 plus $1 shipping. Here we have the Boardwalk and Beach, the South's Miracle Beach in South Carolina. Nice linen postcard. Ferris wheel and a lifeguard stand, some umbrellas. This guy here down in the corner being like, what is going on here? Why are all these ladies wearing their bikinis? I'm here wearing a tie. And then this guy over here with his little bevy of beauties, red swim trunks, no shirt, being like, why is that guy wearing a shirt? All right, we got it. We should get this wrapped up. We're almost done. A Liotos in Fisherman's Wharf, San Francisco, California. Nice evening scene here. Posted postcard in 1963. Sold for $1.95 plus $1 shipping. Which brings us on to our Hip postcards. Both of these sold for $20 plus shipping. Here we have a nice Long Beach, Washington and Ocean Park, the TJ Potter steamship. Posted in 1916. This one came from the local collector that I recently bought from. Very happy with this. And our last postcard of the video, loading a barge, not a bridge, a barge, of cotton in Houston, Texas. Also sold for $20 plus shipping. Pretty much barges of cotton in any location tend to do pretty well. This is a nice one. I think this came from the purchase I made from auction in the Michon auction house down in California earlier this year. All right, so there you have it, everybody. We made it to the end of another one. Thank you all so much for watching. Once again, if it's your first time here, please consider subscribing. Hit a thumbs up if you like this kind of content. If you want some other ways to support the channel, you can do that down below. We'll catch you on the next one. Thank you all so much. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.